Bitcoin? Blockchain? NFTs? Cryptocurrency? What are all these things? It seems like we can't turn on the news without seeing a mention of at least one of those as a headline. So I want to take a little second to break those down so that you don't have to feel like you don't know what people are talking about when they mention these things. Hey everyone, Christian Peverelli here. Welcome back to the show. This is Behind the Movement, where we talk about tech, entrepreneurship, and teach non-technical founders how to build their startups. The topic today is all about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, etc., etc., etc. And my aim for you is to get you to understand the real basics so that next time you're at a cocktail party, you can impress those people that you talk to. Okay, who am I kidding? It's really just so you feel good about yourself.
You guys smell that? That's Bitcoin booming right now.
So let's dig straight in and let's talk about cryptocurrency. So what, first of all, is cryptocurrency? Well, cryptocurrency is the same thing as normal currency, except in a digital format. And if we think of this, it makes total sense. We used to be trading with salt, then we started trading with gold, then we started trading with bills, then we used credit cards, and now it's basically just numbers in a bank account and a credit card, right? So there's been an evolution of the way that we barter altogether. But let's talk about cryptocurrency. So let me use the examples that you know in the traditional sense. Take a $5 bill. You can see right here that there is a serial number. This serial number says everything that it needs to know about this specific bill, where it was printed, etc., etc. And that's because we need to track how much money is in the economy, right? And that information is actually tracked by the central bank. Now, the central bank also shares that information with smaller banks, as well as with the government. Perfect. Let's keep it there for a second. Now, let's talk about a bank account. A bank account, again, is just codes that give you access to a specific bank. So think of it, if you look at your routing number and your account number, that is pretty much the address for your bank account. When we talk about crypto wallets or cryptocurrency wallets, what these actually are like a bank account, except there is no bank in the picture. And the main difference between crypto wallets and bank accounts is that not only is there no bank, but also the crypto wallet is not linked to you personally. So what that means is that you are your own bank. What does that mean? Well, if you lose the keys to your bank account, then you don't have any more money, right? And so it's a similar thing in cryptocurrency. You essentially have a password to access your wallet, but you also have a recovery phrase. So this recovery phrase allows you to get your password in case you forgot it. Think of it like, on the internet where you go and they ask you the name of your dog or your mom's maiden name as like a safety question. Anyway, now in the traditional banking system, all of this information is kept by the central bank. Everyone's bank accounts, as well as every single bill that's ever been printed. And so what we really are looking at are transactions, right? Jim sent money to Pam, right? And Jim sent X amount of money to a specific address, which Pam has access to. Now, all these transactions are pretty much a ledger, right? They're just pluses and minuses, a simple ledger. So when we talk about blockchain or cryptocurrency, we're talking about a decentralized ledger. And what does that mean? That means that all that information that we're talking about is kept publicly and people can actually access it and can't hack it. Why can they not hack it? Well, let's talk a little bit about the network. Usually all this information is probably on a server in the central bank, or I'm probably out of my mind. There's a completely different way they do it. But anyway, in cryptocurrency, the way that works is that instead of being stored in a centralized location, it is actually stored on loads of different devices. So that's what makes the network. It is a network of computers that actually holds this information. You would have to hack 51% of those computers to be able to change anything. And so this is public information that you can actually view and that has huge amount of transparency. And we all know that the financial system doesn't currently have very good transparency. So this is a way to be able to access from anywhere in the world any transaction that has taken place. Again, we're talking about amounts sent from one wallet to another wallet. And so suddenly it is decentralized and anyone can use a blockchain explorer to be able to see any transaction on the network. So here's where it becomes incredibly transparent. And if you're wondering how they get lots of computers to participate, it's because these computers can actually mine cryptocurrency and make money by being part of the network. And so Bitcoin has over 1 million computers that are part of the network. And like traditional currencies, there are many cryptocurrencies out there. So Bitcoin is both a network and also a currency or a coin. Ethereum is the network that has lots of different tokens and coins on it, including Ether, which is Ethereum's coin. So that's some of the very basic things. Now your next question is probably, what's this thing blockchain? Well, blockchain is the underlying technology that lives behind cryptocurrency. There are also a lot of other things that you can build with blockchain. And so when we talk about Web 3, really what it is Web 1 is the internet existing, Web 2 is mobile apps, and Web 3 is pretty much blockchain. So this technology is also used for other use cases. And so for example, in the music industry, a company called Vest is using blockchain technology to both track and collect royalties for artists. You also may have heard of NFTs, non-fungible tokens. What these are essentially digital art. It's the ability to track ownership over a specific digital asset. So think of it as if you just own a meme. In fact, there was a rock that was sold just the other day, a digital rock, sold for $1.3 million. So for those of you who think this is just fun and games, it is not. There's a lot of money involved as well. So I won't get too much in depth with blockchain, but all you really have to understand is that it is a very secure technology that is behind cryptocurrency. Now at this stage, you really can't separate the term scam from cryptocurrency because it seems like everyone is creating a random coin and selling huge amounts of it. A couple of years ago, we saw some of the biggest scams go down in the form of ICOs, initial coin offerings, where people offer a coin with the promise of ownership of something, and then essentially the owners run away with all the money. For example, BitConnect, which was one of the biggest scams that ever took place, robbed investors, individuals, from more than $3.45 billion. The next big example is Pincoin that lost investors $660 million. And it seems like you can't turn anywhere anymore without people talking about scam. And that's because it's pretty much the far west, right? And that's because creating these tokens is essentially relatively easy. So anyone can invent any coin that they want and start raising money for that cause. And so as a rule of thumb, if you hear your favorite rapper or a celebrity talk and promote a specific coin or a token, then I would run away because they're most likely being paid by the founders of those tokens, and they are about to be a part of what we call a pump and dump. Essentially get a bunch of people to buy the coin and then the founders rob all the money and leave. So my overall advice to you is have a healthy amount of skepticism around cryptocurrency. That being said, blockchain and cryptocurrency is gonna be a big part of our future, and you should be learning as much as you can about it. And if you are investing, I would highly recommend, or at least the strategy that I use, is to only invest what you are willing to completely lose. We at WeAreNoCode teach people literally every single day how to build and launch their own software products without writing a single line of code. If you'd like to learn more about that, you can go to wearenocode.com. Again, my name's Christian Peverelli. I'm the co-founder, and we constantly put out videos to add value to early stage or idea stage founders. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, like, comment, send it to a friend. I don't know, tell your neighbor about it. What else could I ask for? I think you got the message. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Take care.